All right, there we go. Hey everyone, hope you guys are all having a good day here. Loki wants to say hello. Loki, hello. Oh, yeah, yes, you good boy. Yeah, he's having a good day here. Kind of. He wants to spend most of the day outside, but it's like plus 90 outside, so he's not having it. Hope you guys all had a good weekend. If you guys weren't able to watch my video I posted earlier, sorry, I've been doing a lot of stuff this past few days. I went to a barbecue with my grandparents on the 4th, and that kind of drained me. I got a little bit of a cold. Cold plus allergies has just been kind of crappy. So, today we're going to be talking about things about Bitcoin, updates on the channel, all that type of stuff, and we'll have some fun here. Overall, the market's still generally going sideways and down. There's not really much been happening since we last talked, I believe last Friday or Thursday. That being said, we do have some big news events, though, about what's been forcing the market down. Why the dollar index has been going down, yet Bitcoin continues to go down as well. There's a mismatch there, and so we're going to be talking about a bunch of that stuff here. Today, I'm probably going to be a little bit more mellow and kind of like not be as hyped up or, as animated as I could be, I guess you could say. Not that I'm too animated. But tomorrow, I hope to be back up to a good vibe, if you will, if a good vibe. But I wanted to get this ball rolling today, this Monday here, and talk to you guys about everything going on. If you guys haven't already, make sure to vote in that poll there. I gave you guys a few options. How you guys feel about cryptocurrency? Not sure, new crypto winter, crypto is boring, and then still bull market. You can obviously have some mismatches there, or dual thoughts, I guess you would say. But overall, I think we're in a good spot here. So let's go over here and let's talk about what's been happening. Is last time we talked was over here on last Friday, I believe, over here. Thursday, excuse me. And I had been talking about, hey, I know we're coming down here. We might have a little more of a bad time ahead. And that was primarily because there wasn't really much of a support level here besides this. And this didn't seem like it was going to be strong enough because of all the news coming out with Mt. Gox and things of that nature. So, plus momentum and all that good stuff. So we did end up breaking down even further here. But since Friday, we've pretty much been going sideways. And I think that's generally a good thing here. As we look at the daily charts, it's not looking terrible. It's just looking bad, as weird as that may sound. The MACD is evening out here a little bit more. The stochastic has turned positive, and the RSI is maybe going to turn positive later on this week. That gives us a little bit more time to just go sideways here, I would say, unless there's some more big news or more selling off coming by Germany. On the weekly chart, however, this is where I get more concerned. And why I told you guys I'm just going to continue dollar cost averaging and playing this safe, but primarily loading up, what did I say, on the top 3 tokens, which is a Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. I have a bunch of other tokens, but I'm going to choose those a little bit more speculative, so I'm not going to be buying them every week anymore. I'm pretty much just going to be waiting to see what happens, because I've been buying them for a few months here. I got enough of the tokens, so if they do go sky high during altcoin season, I'll be happy. But if there is something bad with this market, as we're going to talk about, I'm not going to lose too much money, right? Although I guess it would still be something of a more considerable amount. But on the weekly chart here, you can see we finally got a red change of character here. Plus, we have all the momentum swinging down. Historically, that's not been the best on a Bitcoin. That actually does signal a pretty drastic move coming. I guess in this circumstance, we have to worry about interest rates, CPI data, and stuff like that. But again, we're going to talk about that towards the end of this little spiel that I'm giving to you guys right now. But yeah, at this point, you can see Bitcoin looking pretty darn bearish. Where I think there's hope is that we are at a strong level of support right now, or at least the next couple of weeks we are going to be. And that gives me a little bit more hope that we can just try to bounce around for a little bit here. If you're going to ask me if I start getting very pessimistic on Bitcoin, like what that level would be, that's if we start breaking back down below $50,000. That's where I have to say, like, whoa, this is like pretty darn bad. I'm very concerned with what Bitcoin's going to do here, and I may start to offload on some of those more risky altcoin positions that I have. Not the less risky ones, even though you may consider all altcoins risky. But some of those tokens that are like maybe looking at new lows and stuff, I'll just probably sell those, take the loss, and then reallocate that capital to something else once the market starts to shift back up. But we're still waiting for that shift back up right now because, as you guys know, all I want to see is a good change of character, some momentum on our side, and I'll be happy to start swinging. We're just definitely not there yet. Definitely not there yet. All right. On the 4-hour chart, which I think is actually looking okay for us right now, we started to have some good momentum way back over here on Saturday, and since then we've pretty much just gone sideways. You can see the stochastic went up, the RSI went up, things were looking okay. At this point in time, everything appears to be bullish. It's not the best indicator right now just because the daily chart is still kind of icky, but I do think there's something to be said that if we continue to hold here again for just a few more days, we can actually have that larger pop back above 60,000. And that's important because if you go back over here to the daily, what's that level of resistance that we had trouble with over the past few days? It was that 200 moving average on the daily chart. If we want to get back above that, we're going to have to break above pretty much 59,000 and start heading back up here towards 60,500 and above. For me, I think that'll continue moving down here, so maybe something closer just to 60,000. Maybe not 60,500, but you get what I'm saying here. Now, before we start looking at some other stuff here, I just want to point out how the rest of the altcoins are looking, because you really do have a mixed bag depending on what you guys are holding, I would say. Some tokens have taken this like a champ. Other tokens, I mean, the faith is not there in those suckers, and as you guys know, I own a lot of them, so there are some tokens of mine that are down a lot, some that are just down a little bit, and I have to kind of decide which ones I want to continue to dollar cost average more into. So right now you guys can see Ethereum is holding up pretty well. Nice level of support here. It has not broken down like a Bitcoin has. So I'm kind of happy to see that. Solana continually in this flag pattern. I'm in this magnet mode. So let me get there. There we go. And we've managed to hold so far. Maybe there's an opportunity again for us to have something of a larger move. I'm just going to continue to dollar cost average some of this stuff and wait to see what happens. That being said, with even a lot of these things like a Ethereum or a Solana here, if we do start breaking down, you can see us coming back down to the low 80s for Solana. Ethereum, if we start to break down, then you can see us coming back down here probably to the 2500s. So there is a lot of downside here. However, again, just because of the way the market is set up right now with interest rates and stuff like that, I'm still more optimistic. It just kind of sucks because this optimism has to be eventually, hopefully, rewarded by Jerome Powell lowering some interest rates. Because one of the things I'm concerned about right now, like looking at Ethereum, is you can see how Ethereum is starting to look bearish on the MACD, Stochastic, and RSI. We're in this very weird spot where technically, this is definitely not a good sign right here, right? Everything turning bearish right here, and of course we went down for a while. Not enough time. Go over here to the weekly chart. Everything being bearish right here, and you can actually see right here as well. Back over here as well. Now I'm hoping that even though we can have some bearish times like right here to there or right here to there, perhaps Bitcoin can be the one to save the day here if we do have that good economic data. Dogecoin, with a lot of these other tokens, definitely taking big beatings. Something that was actually interesting here is even though the weekly chart is still bearish and the daily, I don't think it's going to be necessarily too difficult for us to get back on track here. I'm hoping I don't come back to eat those words, which is why I'm only doing small dollar cost averages right now. I wanted to zoom out a little bit more on this one for you guys. Normally I'm up here like at 200%. There we go. One more. Nope. Okay. 200%. What should do? Just as a reminder for those of you guys that have been holding as long as I have, as far as like looking at year to date and things like that, Bitcoin is still up 33% year to date, but it is down about 20% in the last 30 days. Ethereum kind of similar, here. BNB up 62% year to date, down 25%. Solana is up 36%. XRP is down 30% for the year. That's pretty darn bad. Toncoin is up 200%. Dogecoin is up 19%. ADA is down 38%. You do see some tokens that appear to be sliding down more and more and more. And while, some of you guys may not be as concerned with that, I'm kind of just keeping track of what's going on here because I don't think I really want to buy ADA. I don't really have much in the first place, but I have a little bit. I don't think I need to buy ADA anymore until this thing gets figured out. Tron, I like Tron. I've been holding Tron for a while. I'm friends with the people on the Tron team, so they're chill. AVAX over here, down 34%. This is one of the big tokens that Cryptos R Us likes. He's been talking about this for a while. I'm hoping it does well again. SHIB is up 55 after that nice little pop earlier in the year. Polkadot 27 down, Chainlink 12 down, Bitcoin Cash 28% up, and so forth here. You can definitely see something more of a mixed bag here as far as some things are up, some things are down. They now have for number 27, it's like Fetch AI, but it's the Artificial Super Intelligence Alliance. Don't ask me why the name is so freaking cheesy, but there it is, right? So definitely a lot of red on the screen right now. A few meme coins that have popped up, don't get me wrong. But right now, it definitely seems to be a little bit more of a, you kind of have to have some luck on your side here about what you're looking for. All right, let me go back over here very fast. Right now, I'm looking at the 15-minute chart, just kind of let that go sideways here. Let's go over some of the news here. As you guys know, maybe some of you guys don't, Bitcoin drops as German government unloads over $900 million worth of Bitcoin. Let me get rid of this little ad right here. Wallets linked to the German government still hold some 23,788 Bitcoin, meaning that this has already sold more than half of its seized assets, according to Arkham intelligence data. I mean, you can obviously see the big drop that we had earlier. Now, Germany transferred 16,309 Bitcoin from its holdings to crypto exchanges and market makers on Monday. The Bitcoin price fell as low as $55,000 before recovering. That's spooky. Once that money starts to move, everybody knows what's going on, everybody freaks out, and they can use that as a way to manipulate the market there. Bitcoin price fell on Monday afternoon in Europe as the German government transferred over 900 million. That's already been talked about. Sometimes this website just regurgitates a bunch of stuff, and that's, yeah. But basically it's halfway done, which means we might not be out of the woods yet. I'm hoping that we are. We had some positive news today. I'm not entirely sure how much the politicians are going to hold to this, to be honest. I usually say flip a coin and then your politician will be honest about this. But this was something that I saw here on CoinDesk. Trump's official Republican platform pledges to halt crypto crackdown. And so he's going on here talking about how, Republicans want to be more crypto, less anti-crypto, if you will, and just kind of go after those more hardliner stances that they believe the Biden campaign has. And this is where you go over here to the Bitcoin magazine. I actually thought this was pretty interesting. It's just very hard to read because it's so small. But anyway, there's only a part right down here that I want you guys to focus on. This is called Champion Innovation. This is a part of it. It's part of their plan to build the greatest economy in history, basically. They say that Republicans will pave the way for future economic greatness by leading the world in emerging industries. Crypto, this is the subset here. Republicans will end Democrats' unlawful and un-American crypto crackdown and oppose the creation of a central bank digital currency. We will defend the right to mine Bitcoin and ensure that every American has the right to self-custody of their digital assets and transaction fee free from the government surveillance and control. All right, so it's part of it. They understand that Joe Biden is underwater right now. As you guys know, Joe Biden is going through some shit. Every time I open up the news and stuff like that, like another Democrat's calling for him to resign. I saw that he called on the Morning Joe today, and I just don't know if Joe Biden's going to be surviving here for the next couple weeks. I told you guys I think he's going to be out in the first 2 weeks after the 4th of July here. But I can definitely be proved wrong on that front here. But anyway, that's kind of some of the news going on right now as far as Bitcoin's concerned. Ethereum, this was pretty good news today. Just in, all spot Ethereum ETF applicants filed updated S1s. Yeah, Fidelity, Van Eck, Franklin, 21 shares, Grayscale, and BlackRock. Always some good news there. Somebody says this should help. Kraken Exchange says good luck. Hopefully it actually does do some good here. And then finally, we got CPI coming up on Wednesday. Last month was 3.3% for May. This month we're expecting 3.1%. So if we get a 3.1% or 3, that should be enough to get Bitcoin rocketing back up here. Although it may be very difficult for that to happen, of course, during this kind of weird high interest environment. We don't have any, what would I call it, FOMC meetings for quite a bit of time here. Oh, there we go. Got rid of all of them. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's kind of the gist right now, guys. I was hoping to give you guys some better news after being sick and whatnot, but yeah, we're just still as bearish as before. I think right now we're seeing some dailies that could really give us a little bit of opportunity to pop, but those pops still appear to be something more of a short-term gamble here. Unlike the last support level where we broke down, this one seems to be a little bit more strong. So, I'm not adverse to actually buying some tokens up here, whether they be some of those riskier altcoins or some of those more, stable types of tokens like a Bitcoin, and I use stable a little bit loosely there. But as I see this right here, look at the 4-hour chart on some of these tokens. All right, you see Bitcoin has been going sideways here. Ethereum sideways, Dogecoin sideways, up a little bit more. WIF sideways, Bonk sideways up, Miro sideways up, Baby Doge a little bit, okay. STMX, right? Book of Meme. You're seeing that over the past few days, we have seen a little bit of stabilization. I'm just hoping it continues. Lastly, as far as oil concerns, it's trying to get rejected right now, but it seems like it still has some strength here. So just be careful. The stock market is still kind of wobbly at this top right now, but overall, I would still say it's bullish. So perhaps we can get some good good mojo from the stock market over here to the crypto area. And hey, Allison, happy to see you. Hey, Wilder. Yeah, Germany's been freaking crazy right here. Hey, Sin, Haram, happy to see both of you guys there. Colin, if you zoom out of this crash, really just looks like some consolidation from Bitcoin ETF announcements to launch at the end of 2023. Yeah, I mean, so far, again, we've still been going up here. I think my big fear is that there's a panic setting in because where technicals are, we look at technical analysis, this is more of just flooding the market with Bitcoin at a time when everybody's like, hey, don't just put all this Bitcoin in the market because then it becomes less valuable, supply and demand type stuff. And they're just doing it when, there have been plenty of offers to buy all the Bitcoin from the Germany or from the US. There have been people that says, hey, I'll give you cash for all of this Bitcoin. And yet the countries will say no. And because they want to have that Bitcoin go on the open market and just kind of flood everything, which is kind of a pain in the butt. That being said, I'm just treating this as cheaper prices for me to buy and hold for the long term. I think that's probably the best way to approach this right now. However, with the fear that everybody has at this point in time, it's okay just to kind of sit in your hands. And I'll be adamant about that. Not everybody is meant to be trading during these times where everything feels all crazy and loony. It's okay just to kind of sit in your hands and wait for the market to turn around. And then once you see that tick back up, then you could start buying back up. We just haven't really found that tick back up as of yet. And again, that's fine. You're focusing on you're increasing your Ondo and link bang. There you go, right there. Damn, I was waiting to YouTube didn't automatically start the stream, so I missed the first 15 minutes. Tell me about it. YouTube's been kind of funky for me lately. I trust me, I know. Plus, I have all these other streams right now. As far as I got streams on TikTok, I got streams on what is this? Twitter I got going on, but I don't think anybody watches the Twitter stream. Here it is. Right. So 18 minutes ago, Twitter's streaming is kind of funky here. I'm not entirely sure how I like it or not, but so far I think it's better just to have it in there so people can kind of see it if they're scrolling. And then what usually happens is they see it in the YouTube stream, and I might even have to on the banner somewhere over here just say, hey, YouTube Michael Whitman, and it'll come on down, because I'm not entirely sure. Plus, there's been so much news lately. I feel like crypto's been getting drowned out. If you guys look at a bunch of different crypto YouTubers out there, like myself, views are down because crypto's down. And while that may not be too bad of an issue for me, because I like to take a little break every now and again, as you guys saw for the past few days being, I guess, sick, but sorry guys, long day. I've still been working on the side, not really talking as much, but trying to figure out the best way to get my channel to have some more views. And that really comes down to me, again, switching up the personality stuff. One of my friends does music. Let me just go to this one. I don't know if he has a Wikipedia page or something like that. Oh, well. But yeah, this is one of my friends I smoke with. Cheyenne is a Kentucky-born, Seattle-raised singer, songwriter, and multi-genre music artist. So I've been talking with him, and I'm going to start using some of his music in my videos because, I can actually play music that's actually good, and I won't get in trouble with YouTube. So I've been doing a whole bunch of background stuff. And this guy knows somebody that's going to be at a party that I'm going to be going to, and who does Cheyenne know? I forget the guy's name. Pink Floyd, is that the name of the band? Okay, Pink Floyd, who is the members. No, is it one of these guys? Or is it somebody else? NFT? If I type in NFT, it should pop up. Scott Page. So I'm going to meet this guy in person through my friend Shy, and it should be pretty cool. But all this stuff is happening in the background. This is why I'm telling you guys now. I've just been kind of sick the last few days. But yeah, Scott Page seems pretty chill. From what I've seen so far, rocker people always seem interesting. But to go from rocker to crypto, I mean, I guess maybe that's not even a huge leap. I don't know. Being a rock star to do something like this, but it should be pretty chill. I'm going to see him over at a party in Nashville in a few weeks. I can't wait to go. And I really want to watch that Powell speaking moment tomorrow. I'm just hoping he doesn't say anything like too hawkish. I expect him to say they're waiting for more data, but we are seeing data come in right now as far as less jobs, stuff like that. The economy's slowing. I feel like he's going to make a mistake too soon, and we're going to have to all pay for it. But I feel like he's making the mistake because he's made so many mistakes in the past where he just doesn't want to say like, oh my God, I made another mistake. He wants to be right at least once here, because every time he's been fucking up stuff, the market's been like, nah, dude, you're not right. If you guys recall, everything started off with transitory. Then he was hiking rates a lot. He didn't hike rates fast enough, if you ask me. And then it took so long here, pretty much did the jolt to the system, whatever you want to say. Banks had a little bit of issues. But then he stopped raising rates, and then he declared victory. And then as soon as he declared victory, we had those three really bad months of inflation here. And now he's had to switch again. And I feel like that switch has actually messed with his mind a little bit more, because I won't just say Jerome, but the Fed as a whole has been making a number of mistakes. And those mistakes do, they do cause some panic here, right? You would at least hope that the Fed can do something. Okay, I'm going to drink a sip of water. I'm going to have to relearn how to talk here. I'm going to talk a little bit slower, guys. Just relearn to talk. I got my my Aria cup here from going to Vegas a while ago. Actually, it was probably like a year ago today or something like that. Is Dogecoin going up or down? Going to go up soon? Probably not, unless you're looking at something more of a bounce from YouTube, like not YouTube, Bitcoin. Right now, you're seeing Dogecoin kind of just have this pure capitulation where we just like broke down below that really big level of support over here around like 10.5 cents. The next level of support really is down here towards 8 cents, which is really a pain. What I'm looking for right now is, you see everything is bearish here. The daily charts remain to be bearish at this point. I'm hoping, if you want to see Dogecoin come up, you're probably going to have to wait for it to just break out above 0.11376, and then from there you can have a much larger move. But that's more of a swing trade here. If I'm looking for a swing trade, I'm waiting for that. Otherwise, I'm just continuing to dollar cost averaging Dogecoin. Most of the trades that you guys are looking for are not going to be nice and sexy right now. They're just not. You guys are going to have to go through every little chart and see what looks good. Primarily in the 4-hour chart right now. Let's go over here. Forget about the oscillators. Right? See how ugly these charts look at this point in time? Everything's been going down so fast. Now we're waiting for some type of breakout. That breakout wouldn't come right now. It'd probably come out later on tomorrow, to be honest. Maybe that's not what you want to hear, but if I'm looking at a very good day for crypto, I could see it starting today, but tomorrow is where everything really picks up. Think of these small moves like that. Those are the breakouts you're looking for if you want to have something more of $1,000 plus a day on the good side of Bitcoin. We talked about actually this a while ago. Was it right here? Yeah, right here. We would need to see a little bit more of a breakout right there. So I can actually just draw that line. There you go. These breakouts are what you're looking for. Again, we're still bearish, so you don't want to hold on for too long. But sometimes, this does happen. We break out and then we go sideways long enough, we find support, and then we continue going higher. I would say that if we do make a stronger move later on this week, you just have to be careful, because again, today's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, CPI data comes out right here. And when does PPI data come out, actually? And that's going to come out July 12th. So that's before, right? No, it's Friday. Okay. Yeah. So we're going to have inflation data coming out Thursday and Friday, which is definitely just going to be something more of a pain for us. But it might not be a pain if it's good news. Yeah, but I mean, just look at those moves. Beautiful move to the upside. Rejection off of an order block. There was multiple order blocks though, so it was working out pretty well. I don't think. Well, how did the Fibonacci? So we hit the 1 level here. Probably would have been pretty easy at this point. Yeah, right there. There you are. But you can see how fast we lost that. I'm still in kind of a short-term trading motion, and I will remind you guys, from the time that change of character kicked off, that was about 4 hours. Okay, you guys don't have to hold on forever here. Let's get rid of the stochastic in this example. There we go. And hey, Jamrocks, I'm doing pretty well, man. I'm a little tired, a little sick, but I need to get back on the streaming game here to make sure I get a rhythm going. You guys know I have ADHD. If I lose that rhythm, I get fucked up for a while. So hop in, do the stream, chill out, relax, then kind of rinse and repeat here for the next few days. Plus, I'm getting some new stuff in here pretty soon. So tomorrow, I'm thinking I'm putting out like 4 different videos. I'm going to start just posting videos about random stuff that I'm doing and random stuff that I see. I'm almost thinking of, I have one of those little, what do you guys call them? Ring lights that hold a phone in the center. I'm hoping I can put it right here behind me, and then I can show you guys something on the monitor very fast of something I'm looking at. But I'm not entirely sure if it's going to appear too backwards for you guys, or if I have to record it, flip it on through my editing software, and then upload it. Shouldn't take too much time either way. But that way you guys can see stuff I'm doing. But right now I don't think I really want to do that just because I can do a screen record, right? But yeah, you're going to start to see a bunch of random videos and stuff like that this week, which will be pretty fun for those of you guys that want to see it. I'm just going to start putting out a bunch of stuff, and then over the next month, I'll have a good amount of data to kind of see what you guys like. Right now, you guys still like tutorials, and I'm working on a couple of those. I was going to go outside today and do a couple of videos, but it's like 90-something degrees here today, and I'm just not about that. Loki keeps on overheating, and so I'm like, dude. Like, you know, he likes to run, but he doesn't like to stop running even when he's overheating. So you have to like cool him off a little bit, but not in a way that's going to shock his system. You have to give him water, but not too much water because then he can bloat. Loki's going through it right now. Right now. Luckily for him, the whole house is air conditioned, which is always nice for a dog. What's the best 5x leverage long play to look at when it comes to Bitcoin? What do you mean the best 5x leverage long play? For me, right now, I wouldn't. Like, we don't even have a really good reason to be happy with this. So, again, the way I like to look at the best type of trades for myself when I know I'm going to be more confident about them is just waiting for that green change of character to kick in with everything being bullish on the oscillators. Now, this does not mean I'm lucky enough to buy right here. Doesn't mean I'm lucky enough to buy right here. No, it means I bought kind of around here, and then I held, and boom, that's pretty much what I did, right? Not the sexiest way to go about it, but you know that profit is usually pretty good. On the other side here, when's the last time we actually had a good change of character? There's one right there. Yeah, we really haven't had too many. Once that gets back in order, once that shows up again, that'd probably be the best 5x long trade I can see happening. I'll let you know when we're there. Right now, it's something of an ick. If you wanted to buy right now, though, and you want to just be more aggressive, you just put your stop loss here at the lows and just kind of wait to see. I'm curious to see what happens when the 20 comes back down over the next few days, because I'm hoping what the CPI data will do, if it's good news and it's at 3.103, it'll actually do something of a larger pop that takes us all the way back up here towards 64,000, 63,000, and that would be a huge jump where Bitcoin might go up as far as, you know, like 11% one day, or like 5,000, 6,000 bucks in a day. That's the type of move I'm hoping for, if we can just get some decent CPI data out of it. And right now, we don't know if it's going to be good or bad, of course. You know, we've been at, what's that? You know, we've been coming down here a little bit, but not where we need to be, right? Next month, or this month, is 3.1. Last time we were at 3.1 was January. Then November, 3 was at June of last year. Just maybe we'll have that good opportunity here. And hey, Villard, yeah, I'm definitely, you're not alone. Everybody wants crypto to go up right now. It's been something more. It's been a freaking, it's been fucking annoying, right? And hey, Walter, yeah, streaming more, posting more videos, a lot more of that type of stuff. Sorry, guys. I cracked my nose the other day from this cold, and so I got like those like side nose pimple things, and I'm like, dude, they fucking hurt. But yeah, just a lot more content coming your way. I'm hoping just to kind of like start winging some content. One of the things that I'm more excited to talk to you guys about is, there's the exchange airdrops and stuff coming out pretty soon. Meme coin Mondays, cigar Wednesdays. I'm thinking of just going on my patio, smoking a cigar, doing a live stream. Not even like we talk about crypto, but there's no charts, and I just smoke and chill. I've been trying to actually do this the last few times I've gone to the lounge. But I know people at the lounge, and so they will constantly come up and say hi to me, and that makes it very difficult to just stay on topic and talk about crypto and have a good time, because they'll just sit down, not even like they'll see a gimbal standing right there, they'll see it pointing at me with a microphone on my chest, and they'll just sit down and like, hey man, how you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm good, and I just have to stop midway through a video that I'm recording, so I've kind of given up on that. However, I have a patio. I can just smoke there, have a good time, and then look at nature and whatnot. Spray the bugs away, of course. But yeah, looking for some good stuff here. So here, and hey, Puma, happy to see you. Is the blowing over or just large correction? It feels like a large correction right now. Historically, this is kind of a really bad signal that we're seeing, though. So because of that, I've kind of switched away from buying a lot more altcoins, and I'm basically just buying a Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. I'll wait to see what happens to the rest, but I'm waiting for Bitcoin to turn bullish again, and then I'll be I'll be a little bit more happy. You guys even saw that some of my longer term plays, like on the Fairdesk account, the Blowfin account, and the CoinW account, what have I been doing? When they have those really nice 20 to 30% pops, I've just been selling them. And so far, that's been a good way to approach this, because this market has just not been what we wanted. As much as we want to see Bitcoin go up and stuff like that, it's been fucking shit. I can say that on YouTube. I hope you guys can see all this bearishness right here. Oh, somehow Bonk's up 13%. Besides that, you can see everything's pretty much down quite a bit. We haven't dollar cost average in a minute, but you can see IOST is down 100%. Gala is down 60%. Bitcoin's down 24%. BAT's down 30%. So we're down a lot on these dollar cost averages. I'm fine with waiting a little bit here. I'm definitely going to continue to dollar cost average on some of these, but maybe that'll be on Thursday or something. Current positions are down about $800 or so. I got about an available balance of $19.26 to spend, so I still got some capital. I've been much more slow or sluggish on buying up tons of assets. The only thing I really want to buy, I would say right now, is Bitcoin. So let me actually buy $300 worth of Bitcoin here. Same with that 2x leverage, and just buy that. Everything else, I can be more patient with it. And you can see how $300 really just took it right there. All right, so hopefully another $300 will take it down a little bit lower over the next few days. See, and hey, Allison, yeah, if you got anything to say on bullish stuff, yeah, let me know. Just say it out loud, or not out loud, or you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, let's see. Ajax is up 3% today. Oh, that's a stock right here. Bog was doing good earlier. It looks like just kind of bouncing around. Turbo's bouncing around. Popcat. Nothing too crazy at this point in time, at least on my watch list. I know there'll be something that pops up here eventually. Pepe's trying to make a move. Floki's trying to do some stuff here. Really, Bitcoin's going sideways today as it tries to find the breakout here to make it go back above $58,000 here. Go back over here. Oh, yeah, one big thing of news here, guys. Diving into politics for a second. Apparently, Joe Biden might have Parkinson's. I don't know. I was watching the the what do you call that? The White House press briefing here today, and it turned into a full-on shit show with reporters yelling at the speaker lady because she was being very disingenuous and just kind of like sidestepping all the really big important questions, which is something you don't want to do if you're trying to make people have less questions about it. So there was also something there. If he does have it, I wish for him the best. I mean, that'd be fucking like, man, that's shitty, right? Nobody wants to have Parkinson's. But at this point, he might be fading into the background here pretty soon. And then we might have a Kamala Harris or a Gavin Newsom or a Gretchen Whitmer or whoever else is out there taking that job. Who will it be? Oh God, I have no idea. But maybe that Dean Phillips guy who actually ran earlier in the year. I have no idea. But definitely just kind of a spooky time. Hey, Wall, did I short or go long? I'm pretty sure I went long there. I hope I didn't go short. No, I went long. I went long because Fairness doesn't let you do both at the same time, right? It doesn't let you do both at the same time. And then on top of that, my average went from like 65,000 down to 61,500. My average went down. Oh, you scared me for a second. I know you probably just asked this simple question, but it made my brain think like, what did I actually do? Like when you leave the house, like did I leave the oven on? Did I forget to lock the door? That type of stuff. And I'm the type of guy, if I think that, like, did I leave the window open so Loki might jump out and do something stupid? I don't know if I did, but I want to go double check. I'm the guy that turns around like 5 minutes away from the house, drives the 5 minutes back, and then double checks it all. I know you set your stochastic to different settings. Change them to default. Should be 3, 3, 14, 14. That's not how the stochastic indicator works on my trading view, I don't think. Let me double check here. Yeah, this one just has the K length, the K smoothing, and the D smoothing here. Yeah, that's the ones that mine has. I wonder if you're using the TD Ameritrade one, because I know the TD Ameritrade one has some pretty good stuff. Maybe it's not Bitcoin, though. But yeah, if you have a strategy, just, like, what do you see with the strategy? Like, what are you looking for the bounce? ADHD and potentially mildly OCD. Yeah, I mean, for me, again, you know, you guys know I have ADHD. I've talked about this a lot. Actually, I'm going to be talking about this in one of my future videos here because you understand why my trading strategy is the way it is, because it's meant for somebody that has ADHD. Most of the strategies that I tell you guys here, they all are for somebody that usually has ADHD, which doesn't mean if you don't have ADHD, you can't use it. But it's pretty much like, hey, if you want a very simple one that requires less thought going on in your head, you just have to learn the basics for this one. You're usually going to be good. But yeah, it could definitely be a little bit of a bumpy ride, you may say. And hey, Elias, thank you very much. 100K subs has been fantastic so far. I think I'm almost 101K. It happened at the weirdest time because the market's been crashing down more and more and more. But funny enough, a lot of my subscribers have been coming from the 24-hour streams, these streams like we're doing right now, and then also me doing this little daily update. So as I put out more content for you guys and do all that type of stuff, I think we'll be good. I'm hoping to do one CNBC style video by myself a week, which means I'm going to do the editing myself and see how it works out. I think it'll be fun just to kind of learn how it all works out. Sorry guys, I missed my hair appointment yesterday because I was just tired and sick. And so now I can feel my beard is out of place. I can feel my mustache is out of place because I haven't had a haircut in 2 weeks, and it just I feel like burly Mountain Duty. Because I'm thinking of shaving all this hair off and getting my hair cut a tad bit shorter, just trimming up the top. But I'm about to take off my beard here, get everything all cleaned up underneath it. 1 week stochastic RSI is showing a cross below the 20. It went back to 2016. There's still a massive fall. There's not one false cross. Each one was a massive move. So it must be a bullish cross then. Okay. And I Crypto Ricky, what's up, Michael? I'm painting. Have you on the background. Oh, there we go. Dude, hope the painting is doing well. I used to try to paint a little bit till I just realized I wasn't good at it, and I don't have the confidence to try to paint and like get better over time. Just never was my thing. I tried to do the Bob Ross thing for a while. But I'm a huge, I love a good nature landscape. One of my favorite places to actually go look at paintings is the Seattle Art Museum. Let's see. Oh. Can I find... There's a picture... Let's see if I can find it here. Excuse me. No, I probably can't. It's something, yeah, it's definitely something hard to find here. Maybe if I type in Seattle. No. But it's basically like a nice beach that has like light shining on it. And then there's like some conquistadors landing on the beach. And then like in the conquistadors in the distance, all the ships and stuff, you see the storm clouds. And it's like very well done where it kind of moves you across the frame there. I like it a lot. I'm huge on art. I just don't know how to make it. But nature art is my favorite, which is why I stopped using Instagram some years ago, besides posting on cigars and stuff like that every now and again. Get ready for more Instagram pictures, by the way. Because I used to have nature as a here, let me see here. I used to have nature as a tag that I followed. But now if I look up nature, it might just be something like a naked girl in a bikini saying nature. Like, are there any nature ones? No nature ones here. Well, on my phone, I see a lot of nature stuff, and it's not really nature. It's just like women with bikinis and stuff, and like I actually like seeing trees and stuff like that. Right now, you can obviously see there's a bunch of cigar stuff, which I enjoy. I'm going to have to get some more cigars here pretty soon as well, though. Hopefully there's some good cigars. And hey, bullish, you're going to do some dollar cost averaging. I've already done a little bit here. I bought some Bitcoin up. I might buy some more altcoins here. But again, for me, it's like, what altcoins do I really want to look at? Some of these tokens that maybe are down more than others, I like to double dip into those, like IOST. I don't really have a large position in this, but I bought the worst possible time. Like this last support, well, not the worst possible time, but I bought at this last support level. Since then, we came down here. I was like, we're probably going to fall down more because of Bitcoin. And now we're coming all the way back down here. Go over here to the weekly chart very fast. I mean, I'm like, do I really want to add more to that? Not really. Pepe's up 20%, it looks like, this last few hours. Let me see like this. 4-hour chart. Is this really up 20%? 4 hour. Oh, yeah, I could see from when they started their day. 13%. Now, I don't see how this is 19% up for the day. Oh, okay, their thing started right here. Okay. Maybe I'll add some more to Pepe. Bonk seems to be doing good since I bought that one. Yeah. It's been doing pretty well, yeah. I have to hold on to that one. I hope we don't break down below the 20. Anything worth buying right now, though? People token. This has been a really good one to kind of just hold and have some fun with. Yeah, maybe this one. This is hourly chart. It feels like it's had a pretty big dump since then, right? Let me see. I should probably get some Ethereum. Oh, sorry. Siri heard me. Let's go with $400 into that. And then I need some Solana here as well. I normally don't buy them up on this particular account, but I think it's okay to just get some positions open up here. 200. Oh yeah, look at that. Nothing has changed since I bought Solana. Nothing at all. So I'm not really averaging into that one necessarily. Anything else that I think is good? That's IOTX is already going to be trash. Oh, there's IOST and then IOTX. Okay. And then Comb right here. This is going to be something interesting. There you go. It had its dump. Again, all the way back down here to some really old support levels. We get an extra $50 in here. But after that, take a little bit of a breather. There we go. Enough of a dig. You can see Bitcoin's trying to make a move up here. Again, trying to have something of a breakout here. Will it have that breakout? Ooh, that remains to be seen here. But at least we're trying to test out the resistance, Can't have the breakout without hitting that resistance level. Oh, yeah. But now that Bitcoin's making a little bit more of a move here, I mean, we got Book of Meme up 3%. Ethereum Classic up 2. What's that one right there? Pendle up 3. Turbo up 3. Ajax up 3. Not a crazy amount, but it's something here, guys. It's something. And plus, Allison talking about her stochastic RSI, that one's getting more bullish as well. So they didn't sell, we could have mooned. I don't know if we would have mooned, but I think we would have stabilized and had the opportunity to moon. Them selling off and causing all that fear and panic, it definitely left to bulls kind of just waiting a little bit longer before they bought back in. I'm the guy that just tries to buy every dip possible as far as Bitcoin and some of those larger market caps are concerned. I'd rather have a position than no position at this point. And hey, James, I invested about 55K and started 3 months ago, down 24%. It's dangerous if I have like 33 tokens in my portfolio. Is that too much, you think? Thoughts on diversifying like that? It's okay if you have multiple tokens in your portfolio. The crucial thing is that you have some type of plan, though, for how long you want to hold on to them. Typically, when it comes to things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, I would typically hold those for a little bit longer period of time. I paid for that dearly with Solana because Solana just went to shit last bear market cycle through some other stuff, with the Luna crisis. But as far as, your meme tokens, your metaverse tokens, everything like that, it's okay just to hold those from cycle to cycle. So, you buy them when they're low, you sell them when they're high, and things like that. Right now, because of the way Bitcoin's kind of set up to go, we have to wait for interest rates, and that's kind of making everything much slower than normal. We would have been already done with the bull market at this point, if we didn't have to go through this really boring cycle here. But yeah, you could always sell some of those losses, take them out on the taxes, and then reallocate some of that money to be putting more into Bitcoin, more into Ethereum, more into Solana, more into Sheep, Dogecoin, whatever those larger tokens that you own as far as market cap. You can always move that money around. For me, what I'm doing is I'm not selling anything I bought. Instead, what I'm doing is I'm just putting more of my next, dollar cost averaging budget into some of those larger tokens while I wait for everything else to kind of stabilize here. Because again, and let's say Bitcoin starts to shoot back up into altcoins. If I feel that things are going to get really really good, I can always shave off some Bitcoin and reallocate some of those funds over there. But I do know right now, if Bitcoin goes down 2-3%, it's not going to be going down to 7, 8, 10% that a lot of these other altcoins are going to be going down at the same time. So, Bitcoin against a lot of tokens is actually going up quite a bit right now. Happy trees, oh yeah, happy trees are good. About 14% SOL? Yeah, that's not bad. I have one friend that has like 50% SOL. It just depends on how long you want to hold, though. That plan is going to be crucial. For me, I like to hold for a long period of time, which makes it a lot easier for me because I just wait and I sit and I just kind of be patient with it. Some people have 1 month target goals, 2 month target goals, and when you get into that type of shorter time frames, you have to be looking much more at the technical analysis and the fundamentals, which at this point are very, very bearish right now, unfortunately. And hey, Wilder, with futures on Fairdesk, would the fees be the same whether I spent $25 or $100? It depends on how much money you put in there with the budget. Because if you with the leverage, because if you have $100 with 2x leverage, you're borrowing more money than if you had $50 with 2x leverage. Does that make sense? So it depends on how much money you have with the leverage. Yeah, no worries, James. You're not the first person to ask that. You're not going to be the last one. Yeah, the profit's going to be the same, Wilder, unfortunately, whether you make money or lose money. There'll be plenty of times I lost money, and there's also like a $50 fee on top of it because I was doing like 100x leverage or something. However, fees are fees. I mean, I might check out, there's three companies that I work with. This Fairdesk, that's been the longest one. There's CoinW, and then there's also been Blowfin here, and all of them are good exchanges in my view. However, they each kind of have their strengths. Maybe you might like Blowfin better if you want to do more of the meme coin trading with higher leverages and stuff like that. If you want some more stability, of course, Fairdesk is probably going to be the best one. And then if you just want to use a bunch of tools on the side as well, you can also go with CoinW, look at the Discord channel and stuff like that. Do I prefer Blowfin or Fairdesk? They each have different uses for me. If I'm trading Bitcoin, most of the time I'm just trading it on Fairdesk. But if I'm trying to do something like, hey, I want to trade this $10 million market cap token with a 2 or 5x leverage and just hold on to it for a while, that's what Blowfin does very, very well. The tokens you can find on there are like super low market caps when it comes to futures, which presents a lot of risk, to be honest. However, if you can mitigate that risk by just doing a $20 long with 2x, that's okay. If that token goes down 100%, you're going to lose $20 on top of that. So that's why I usually go with Blowfin. Now, I'm not going to log into my Blowfin account right now because you have to use your authenticator and stuff like that, which is always a pain. I just don't like getting my phone to do the authenticator and put it right there. But if you go over here, futures, look at these tokens very fast, okay? Blast, what is Blast token here? I don't even know. It's number 174. Market cap is 250. AKT, ZCX, 1000, APU, Ponk. What is Ponk? See, all these tokens I just don't know about. Ponk is number 240. They have a market cap of 172. Much lower market caps. Some of them go as low as 5 million. That's the lowest I think I've seen here. That was also when everything was crashing, though. Peng, PENG. Oh, I don't know what that one is either. See, I need to get on my game here. $21 million market cap. Tiny market cap. Tiny. However, that's what Blowfin specializes, right? I mean, let me just look at all those tokens. I'm not going to stop so you guys can see all of them, but you want to trade some futures? It's not too bad, is it? A lot of options here. A lot of options. And just being able to trade that makes me a little bit more happy, because some people don't like to have multiple portfolios. Like some people say, hey, I want to go to Blowfin because I want to be able to buy this token here and that token here. Some people don't like to have multiple exchanges. So if you just want to have that one big exchange where you can look at all those meme coins, Blowfin might be for you. I got a link down below. There's some good little perks that come along with using my link, of course. But basically, I just like being able to do some of those lower trades. Remember that turbo trade that we did together, if I can find it here. That one? Yeah. This was a Blowfin one. It was a turbo, but it was only 3x leverage right there. And you saw we entered into this trade at 0.007397. So basically 0.0007. We sold at 0.004. Right? We took off at 0 basically, and then some. That was enough for me to make a good amount of profit. But turbo back at this time at 0.00073. I don't even know what that was. Let's see. Point zero 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 zero. Right, basically right there, right here. Okay, not at some crazy high level over here, not the crazy lows over here. I literally bought over here, held on for about a month, and then I sold. It was pretty darn beautiful. And I sold at 0.0042. And again, you're thinking I might have sold all the way up here at 0.009. No, you'd be wrong. I sold too early. I sold right here, where we are pretty much right now. Okay? So that's basically just a few weeks of holding. I made my profit. Perfect for me. That's why I like going to Blowfin. You go look at any of the other exchanges, they're going to have a lot of tokens, but not going to have as many tokens. Not everybody wants to have such a high risk type of token to trade, though. So that's why I say there's other opportunities out there. And of course, Bitcoin tried to launch again, and what happened? We got slammed back down again. They are really trying to stop us from going higher at this point. That's a little bit more brutal. Many memes with low caps, yeah. Some people like them, some people don't. It really depends on if you like them or not, if you want to trade them or not. Both exchanges are good overall. Some exchanges have more personal things that you might personally like. For me, I use both. I use a lot of them. When I get out of the United States next year, I'm also going to be using Binance. Shocker, So get ready for a lot of stuff there. Overall stand on Caseoh. Dollar cost average, it's done very well so far. I think as the altcoin season kicks off later on this year, or maybe if we're unlucky 2025, it's still going to have a lot more upside to it. So I'm still holding on for that. That's a long-term trade. Short-term trade should definitely have stop losses. Same with swing trading here. If your goal is, if you didn't have a goal, make sure you have a goal for any Caseoh that you have right now. But if it looks like it's going to be going down below a big support level, you're just not a fan of that, you might want to have a stop loss there just to protect yourself. And I'm talking about something that's a very clear stop loss as far as Caseoh is concerned. Anyway, Walter, You slayed that turbo trade. It was a very good trade. But again, I didn't know it was going to go that sky high. When I saw turbo, all I saw at the time was this. I say, hopefully it doesn't freeze. 7-3. What's happening right here? I changed a character. All the momentum is shooting up. That's all I saw. You bounce this around right here. This is what I saw when I made the trade. And I was like, oh, yeah, something's bound to happen right here, right? Something's bound to happen. We saw it happen over here with the change of characters kicking off. Over here, the change of characters kicking off. Over there, the change of characters kicking off. That change of character right there as well. That break of structure right there. And I was like, okay, let's see. But when I look at where I sold, though, I didn't really, I kind of eyeballed it, to be honest. See the low, high, low. That 0.007, right? I didn't sell right there, anything like that. No luck. If you pulled this back up a little bit more, though. Exit replay mode. Right? There was nothing really there because it actually better show it to you this way. Right? It kind of just kept on breaking through everything, so I kind of just kept on holding. But when I sold right over here, 0.43, you saw how it came back down? That was basically a stop loss getting hit. I rebought in and made another bit of money off of it. That was nice. But the larger trade where I made the most capital was definitely that larger swing right there. I don't think I have the other one here. Is that something? No, here was one that I did a 1x trade off of that where I just wanted to buy and see what was happening. That one went 13% up, but it wasn't nearly as good because it was a 1x leverage play. But again, it doesn't take a lot of money with those types of trades to make good money. $200. I think I put $400 in there because my grandfather also wanted me to put some money there. Couple $100 going up 1,000% minus fees. That's more than enough for a happy trade, right? More than enough for a happy trade. Hopefully Bitcoin can make me happy here because I am very disappointed in Bitcoin so far. What's the below fin referral? Yeah, it should be below this video. Typically, let me go over here very fast. You guys know I don't watch my own streams, but let's go. Well, every now and again I do to see if I can get better at it, actually. My channel. There we go. I am very... And it'll be right here. Exclusive $5,000 bonus event. Below that is going to be the Fairdesk link, and below that's going to be the CoinW link. And then, trading strategies and stuff like that. Then if you want to use FinViz, TradingView, or Lux Algo, those are my links down there. But yeah, those top three right there, I made them nice and easy for people to see them. There we go. All right. See, and hey, Mom, so what do you want to know about Jasmine? Let me know. What's your opinion on how this cycle has been compared to all the others? Oh, it's been complete shit, Maddox. Complete shit. I wish I had good news here. Interest rates in high inflationary environment, or this high inflation environment, has really made it just abysmal. Typically in markets, things are moving quite fast and quite volatile. So even though we're going up a lot, we're doing it in a very short amount of time. We may have come down 10 to 20, 30% in a few days, but then we're right back off to the races here and everything's doing very, very well. That's not this cycle at all. It's not. We're doing a much more traditional stock type of move where we're coming up quite a bit. We slow down for a while. We go up a lot. We slow down for a while, and it doesn't match up too much. You guys know I know a lot of influencers. Or something that we've been talking about here is I've been hearing a lot of complaints about views going down because cryptocurrency is just not picking up where it used to be. Even the larger channels that aren't like me, that were like they really want more views and so that they've noticed views coming down quite a bit here. Typically for me, I'm not all too discouraged by such things, to be honest, because YouTube isn't really my whole income, but I like to see the vibe of cryptocurrency. I like to see that the community prospering and doing well. The community is pretty much just kind of like shoot me now, that type of mentality. I think it'll get a little bit different once the Bitcoin Nashville Expo starts up. I think I'm going to see people just a little bit more excited because there is some news out there to get people more hyped. I don't think they managed to get Donald Trump to sign up because otherwise we would have heard about it by now. So like Bitcoin Nashville. Let's see. I get rid of all these extra things here that I don't need. There you go. I think they just added somebody new though. I think I just got that message. Oh, heads up that the ticket prices increase in 4 days, 2 hours, and 30 minutes. You guys can go to their website and hit get tickets now, and I think they'll enjoy that, or you'll enjoy that. Russell Brand, right? Robert F. Kennedy, Kathy Wood, Michael Saylor, Edward Snowden, Bill Miller IV, Vivek Ramaswamy, Senator Bill Hagerty, Marsha Blackburn, and a whole host of other people here. There we go. But there was one new person I think I just saw earlier today. Let me see. Oh, there it is. Bitcoin Magazine. U.S. Senator Cynthia Lummis says, in America, freedom means your keys, your coins. Where's it at? Oh, could have swore I saw. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Hong Kim, co-founder and CTO at Bitwise, will speak at the Bitcoin conference. Since the launch of their spot Bitcoin ETF, Bitwise has had more than 2.2 billion in inflows. That's kind of nice to see right there. So that'll be something. What I've been hearing through the grapevine, though, is this thing is going to be covered a lot more extensively, I think, right now, just because there was a rumor a while ago that Trump was in talks to go to the Bitcoin Nashville Expo Hall and do a speech and stuff like that about your crypto, anti-Biden stuff, what Trump normally does. And because of that, they had a swath of new media passes being asked for. And so you saw a lot of demand for that. So I'm actually curious to see how many news stations are going to be there, how many are going to be outside, how many are allowed inside. I have a media pass, thank God for me, but I asked for this sucker months ago. Well before all this stuff goes in. I know there's people right now in the influencer community that want to get a media pass, but they literally can't because there's none left and they just don't have that cachet to get it, which is very, very, it sucks, right? Nobody wants to miss out on covering this type of event and being allowed in certain areas because you don't necessarily have the media pass. That's why every time I go to places, you guys see me with a media pass generally, unless it's like Opus Clip flying me out to go do an event. It'll usually just be a media pass. What indicator do you look for when trying to time when to start selling your altcoins and pulling out when you are trading the cycle from low to high? It's kind of more of an eyeball feeling. For me, typically what I'm going to be looking at is, there's a few things here. Bitcoin dominance, how is that looking from previous years? Is it too strong? Is it too weak? That type of stuff. Where are we at there? I'm also just going to be looking at how hyper extended altcoins are going to be compared to Bitcoin. And then that's also going to be a huge sign for me to sell. One of my flaws, though, is I sell too early, also known as me selling most of my Dogecoin, like half my Dogecoin at 50 cents, selling another 10% at 60, another 10% at 70, and of course, we never got up to the 80s here. But yeah, that type of stuff. On top of that, I also do like to look at Fibonacci levels. They, again, will make you sell a little bit earlier. But if you're buying at a very low price, like everything is, like as far as altcoins at least, altcoins are dirt cheap right now. Anything hitting some of those larger Fibonacci levels, you're going to feel very happy about selling them at. Maybe a more extreme circumstance, like more of an extreme example might be something like a Shiba Inu. Low, high, low, right? You pulled a Fibonacci extension here. Right? You see how this kind of shot up? In theory, you might be happy selling off a good chunk of your Shiba Inu right there. Now, did it get right? I mean, did it hit that perfectly? Yes, but it rarely does, okay? So, but, buying down here, selling right here is still something you should be very happy and proud of. Also, you can scale out some here, scale out some here. That's also the way to do it. In the scheme of things, we're still kind of in the middle of the cycle if you ask me for a lot of this stuff, but Maybe something like something that people talk about more often right now. It's a meme coin, maybe. Yeah, like a bonk. What's bonk? Something like this, right? Right. I'd be happy to sell bonk at this like 40624. It might, if we're lucky, shoot all the way up here. Whatever. I'm gonna start scaling out bit by bit. Like let's say I'm buying right now, like I have been buying. Sell a little bit right here, sell a little bit right there, sell a little bit up here, sell a little bit in the middle. And then you're going to probably have 10 or 20% that you're kind of just going, woo, let's go for the roller coaster ride. And this is where you get into that gambling mindset. Like, yeah, let's let it ride. Let's go, baby. Let's go, go, go. We're going to be making a bunch of money here. That's when you get excited. But if you lose all that money and it crashes down 20, 30%, you're still going to be just fine. You're going to be happy regardless, because even though you might have taken that loss to profit, it's still a form of profit because you bought a long time ago. And hey, well, it just shows my Fairdesk moving average just got taken off. What's the moving average type you use? They have different categories, and I'm not sure which one you use. It'll either be simple moving average or it'll be moving average. TradingView switched it up a while ago, so I think it's just kind of like moving through all these systems. So if for Fairdesk, MA, yeah, moving average. Right there, moving average is going to be your best bet. Why they still have it, but the new TradingView doesn't? I think a lot of these softwares, these trading softwares, are still using the basic TradingView here because they don't want to do all the bells and whistles because they don't really need to. Not everybody has to do all the crazy stuff like, strategy testers and all that type of stuff. Or maybe it's just more expensive, who knows. But yeah, so it's just going to be called moving average. Same thing as my simple moving averages, basically. Or moving average simple as they really call it over here. Yeah, if you're only looking for those cycles, James, Fibonacci extensions are going to be a good choice here. You're never going to catch the top. Well, most of the time you're not going to catch the top. You can also be looking to see what Bitcoin is doing. If Bitcoin feels like it's very overextended, you can think about selling off a good chunk of your assets around that time as well. For me, right now, I would say this cycle, as you guys know, it's definitely been the cycle of I'll just show you guys this one. It's definitely been the cycle of this Fibonacci extension. Worked pretty well, 32,000.5, 50,000 right here. Worked pretty well up here at 72,000. Next one is up here at 104,000. So around 104,000, you might be looking to sell off a good chunk of your cryptocurrency. Maybe that's going to be 20%, 50%, 60%, 100%. It's really up to you. For me, it might be something more of like 30 to 50% at this point because altcoins have gone down so much. By the time all that stuff kicks off, I'll be there, And just to double check, when we tap on it, that doesn't mean that the altcoins aren't continuing to go up more and more and more. So this is basically when I start going on selling watch. I'm like, this is when I need to be selling over the next month, basically. And that's how I would look at it. But Fibonacci level on the weekly charts, or I guess you would say for this one, like a monthly, weekly charts, looking at pretty well. The lows of 2018 combined with the high of 2021. And then again, the low of 2022 at the little bit, I think it's a couple weeks after the FTX crash. It's been working out so far for us. I'm trading 6 months salary and a 2.6 MC meme coin listing to a Pastor Troy, vice versa, and watching you. Dude, good luck with that. That seems like you're going to be having a lot of volatility involved. But hey, everybody's taking a risk right now to see if they can make some good money. Do you think Jasmine can reach its all-time high this cycle? I think it has a good chance as long as interest rates are being lowered sometime in 2024. Again, what makes this kind of market so much more annoying as a whole is that when these interest rates start, these cuts start, we are going to see a rapid rise in Bitcoin. But what happens if inflation starts to get hot again for whatever reason? Does that mean we're going to pause cuts for a while? And does that mean Bitcoin as a whole starts to just crash back down until we get another big juicy cut season, and then Bitcoin starts to go again higher and higher? That's what that might be what's coming. I think at this point in time, why I'm more bullish on a lot of this stuff, even jazz me here, is because eventually there should be some type of economic crisis that causes rates to be dropped in a heartbeat. That might cause Bitcoin to be shook a little bit as well. But I mean, right now we're in the middle of a Bitcoin shakeout, and it doesn't feel very good, does it? So we'll be used to it by then, ride the wave up, and this is, I guess, the second ride or third ride for most of you guys as far as this roller coaster. And Haven, I appreciate that very, very much. 100K subscribers, it has been great so far. I actually got a check mark too, a good old check mark, and makes it very, very nice to go chat. I'm gonna have to look at some other crypto people's streams and actually start saying, "Hey, how you doing?" And just put my name out there a little bit more. Soul memes are gonna be ape shit. FFT is up 10% 2 days. Oh, is that FTT? I got my glasses on today, not my contacts. Yes, it does make a difference. Meme coins are a great spot this cycle. Absolutely fantastic. It's why I have so many of them. Right now, my best performing token is Bonk. For all the, the Solana, the Matic, the Ethereum, Fetch AI, Ocean AI, RLC, whatever. Out of all those, it's been Bonk, which has been making me the most capital here over the last few days. So, so be it. Us old folk, just dollar cost average. Bitcoin seems to work less stress. Coins were bought a long time ago. Only look once a quarter. DCA and help keep our sanity. Yeah, I'm about to help my my uncle start making a portfolio for his cryptocurrency, and then he just says, "Hey, Michael, just let me know what's going on with it every now and again." He doesn't want to pay attention to it. I'm like, okay, fair enough. But it's going to be something similar to Bitcoin, Ethereum, so nothing crazy at all in there. If I want to have some fun, I'll toss $10-15, maybe $50 into a meme coin and then see what happens with it. And maybe he'll be happy, maybe he'll be pissed, who knows. But yeah, worst thing, I just put this in here. I'll pay him $50, something like that. But yeah, that's type of stuff. I am going to, I don't know. A couple of you guys have asked me to help you build portfolios in the past. I'm not sure if I need some type of special license to do so, but I might be able to start doing calls or something. I'm not entirely sure. I'm always skeptical about doing like 30-minute paid calls and things of that nature. It always feels very odd to me. What's Bitcoin's bottom? Nobody knows at this point, but your next support level is kind of around $50,000, $51,000. After that, you might be hitting a level of 45,000 to 48 if things get really bad coming with CPI data, PPI data, and then what the Fed says coming closer to the end of the month. Anyways, Monster, happy to help you out, of course. I got 200 million bonks staked. I forgot about them. Hey, there you go. Keep those bonk. Let them do their thing. Any thoughts on Floki? Again, another meme coin. Definitely going to be great for the long term here as far as the cycle's concerned. Right now, it looks like complete horseshit, like a lot of other stuff. I'm just buying it up while it dips. I think it's going to have a crazy move. That's one of the reasons I like altcoins so much, though, guys. It can look like complete horseshit, but it can really just spike out of nowhere, and all of a sudden you're off to the races. Other tokens, like a Matic or something like that, they don't, or ADA, they don't necessarily do that as quickly. They're much more, okay, let's turn this big O ship over here. Now we're going back up. Altcoins, they just take off. Not altcoins, meme coins, they just take off. I got about 3K worth of bonk at 0.000019. Oh yeah, you're in a good spot right now then. You just gotta hold. What happened to the metaverse coins? Haven't heard much about it this cycle. They really haven't been making much progress, I would say. Not really much progress there at all. I told you guys I was going to try to do an advisor job for this one meme coin, but they were fucking very sketchy. I mean, like very, very sketchy from the beginning to the end here. And so I just, no. I even said like, hey, I'll work with you guys. No, these people. But the more I talked with them, it was just like, yeah, they feel really scammy, so I don't like them. It was that party world thing. I'll make a dedicated video about it because it was just the weirdest circumstance. It's just such an odd conversation. Um, I was talking with some guy from Dubai, and he seemed chill, but the more you kind of like dig into it, just ask those basic questions, was not it. Was not it. Um, yeah, Metaverse just hasn't made progress as a whole, though. I don't see many new projects out there where the games are very fun and stuff like that. It has not been the best. Has not been the best. If they can make a good game, that could change everything. But have they really made a good game? I would have to say no. When you're trying to decide your stop loss, what time length chart do you use, and how do you decide the level, or you just have a video tutorial on it? I can make a tutorial for you, but it's pretty basic. Like, if I'm scalping, if I'm using a smaller time frame, you're only going to go up a few numbers as far as the time frame, or lower. Usually a little bit higher. You can see right now, let's say I want to make a trade right here, and I do a scalp 50 minutes. Oh yeah, I'd have my stop loss right here or right here. Probably just right here to kind of mitigate some losses. But typically, if you go off of a 4-hour chart or something, it's a lot easier. You can see this is a level of support, this is level of support, that's level of support. When you have those troughs right there, those are typically going to be your stop losses. In this circumstance, let me see if I can actually find a good breakout here. There you go, breakout structure right there. Let's see, you want to buy. My stop loss would be that big level of support beforehand. It's usually just a solid level of support from previously. So if I go back over here, let's say you want to open a trade right here. Where's the stop loss going to be? Right there. If you want to make it a tighter stop loss, you can make it at the bottom of the candle, and not the wick. Let's say you want to go long right here. Where's that support loss usually going to be? Right there. Let's say you want to buy right here in this wick. Where's your stop loss? It's going to be all the way down here. Not back over here because we already broke down it pretty darn easily. It's going to be somewhere over here. You can see how wild those moves can be. Want to make a trade right here? Your stop loss is going to be all the way back down here. Now you can mitigate that, but typically, depending on what you guys are looking for, it's usually going to be something more of an extreme. But why would you buy right here? There'd be other reasons. You might not be looking for a swing trade where you're holding for multiple weeks. Instead, you're looking for a day trade. So if you're looking for something more of a day trade, you don't have to look at the last few days. You can look at the last few hours if you wanted to. Let's go to the hourly chart here, if I can find it. So if you're making a trade right here, you can open your stop loss right there. There's a whole bunch of ways of looking at it, but basically imagine the patterns that you're looking at, all the different things working out. Those solid support levels that you can kind of just imagine the line on your screen. That's typically where I put my stop losses. But the longer your time frame, the more room you can give it, right? It's a little bit easier in the stock market because you're not looking at all this volatility. Oh God, I'm just going to have to go Windows, Auto. There we go. Oh God, that was too much scrolling for me. You want to see the trade right now? You can have a stop loss right here. You can have it right there or right here. You have options, but if I'm scalping, my stop loss might be right here. If I'm looking for a trade that lasts for like 10, 12 hours, oh yeah, I might give it some more wiggle room down here because the overall trend is going up, and you don't want to get stopped out and then it goes back up. What's the project we don't buy if you can say so? Okay, let me see if I can find it on Twitter. It's like Party World or something like that. Oh, that's Trading View. Hold on, let me go to Twitter. I was on I complained to one of their co-owners, or I think it was their co-owner on the Discord channel. I signed into Discord and I chatted with them. I was like, hey, is this guy a scammer? He's yada, 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 right? But they blocked me as soon as I called out like this guy for this stuff. And I was just like, oh, okay, to me, that means the whole project is bad. What's the... Oh, there it is. Yeah, Party World. It's this one. Next Gen Looter Shooter Party World F2 F2P PC interactive streaming and esports. All right, this one. Because he confirmed that the guy worked there. But yeah, so as soon as that got banned from the Discord server, so yeah, definitely staying away from that. Definitely staying away from the downloads and all that type of stuff. It was oosh. It was not a pretty sight for me. This is why I do all this research ahead of time, because I don't want to be scammed and that type of stuff, let alone scam you guys. But yeah, oosh, it was a doozy right there. So essentially, a day trade might use the 1 hour chart as scalping, a 15-minute chart, and a swing trade a 4 hour chart, roughly. Yeah, it can be, yeah, roughly. Yeah, it can even be daily chart, weekly chart for the swing trades. Long-term trades, you might use a monthly chart if you're really looking to do some longer-term things. For example, here, let's go over to, something that actually has lots of weeks on it, not like Bitcoin, like a Google. A monthly chart. Right? If you're buying right here, your stop loss is probably going to be right down here. Right? You can be more generous with it every time if you want to. Let's say you're buying the COVID dip over here. Your stop loss might be right below that over here, but because it's an extreme circumstance, maybe your stop loss is pushed all the way back down here. There's lots of ways of looking at it. Disney, of course. You buy right here, your stop loss can be right there. You can kind of see those levels of support there. But I'm out of Disney. I sold Disney at the top. I was so freaking happy. I sold Disney because they were having that internal war about who was going to have a board seat. And the people that were going up against Disney, I forget his name now, Peltzer, something like that, he lost. And I was like, as soon as he lost, you knew Disney was not going to fix their shit. You saw the new Star Wars movie or new Star Wars show. I can't even watch it because it's so much bullshit. So it's not entertaining. And if it's not entertaining, I don't watch. I don't care if something is what people these days call woke or a lot of black actors, a lot of Asian actors, whatever. I don't care. But if it's not entertaining, the story is not good because they're trying to push something, I'm not going to watch it. Like, fuck those things. I just don't care. I just wish they had good story writers. You're just not going to see that these days. Here's Amazon right here breaking out, doing some crazy stuff. AMD, right? You buy right here, your stop loss is right here. You buy right here, stop loss is right here. And of course, if you want to look at this for years and you think there might be something of a bear market incoming, let's say you're buying right here and you see that everything's going down, if you're dollar cost averaging, you're not having a stop loss there. Those are for different types of trades working for you, right? So right here, your stop loss might be all the way down here, really far down. That's like an extreme thing. But by then, you do your fundamentals to kind of tell you what's going on. So you typically don't even need to have that type of same stop loss. But yeah, so depending on what type of trade you're doing, it really opens up your eyes to what type of stop loss you need. Like Macy's. If you're buying Macy's right now, you could have a stop loss all the way down here. But I tell you what, my stop loss is going to be right down here if I'm buying Macy's to see if it goes higher. I'm not playing games with all that crap. JP Morgan's doing fine. Meta doing okay. Whenever they say, crypto's too volatile, I remind them that Meta came down, 77%. And I laugh and I'm like, yeah, very volatile indeed, yes. There you go. And hey, Haven Pack, welcome to the Reveal of My Man. Let me know if you have any more questions. I would say, your questions get priority, which I appreciate. There we go. Excuse me. I wonder if that's the same guy that scammed Crypto Angler. It may be. I was just so surprised because when I reached out to the Discord, I thought, okay, here's one of the account owners, like the CEO or whatever, like the guy that runs it. And he just blocks me immediately and he banned me from that account. I screenshotted his information. I don't know if it's on here on my phone. This is the guy that reached out to me. He's blocked me on Twitter, so I had to go log out of Twitter and just do the screenshot looking at his username, which is easy to do. This is the guy that reached out to me, and the other guy, I don't know. What's that? 36 following. I don't know. What's his I have it saved on my phone somewhere, but yeah, pain in the ass. I tell you what, pain in the ass. Tell you that. All right. Oh, thanks for the 2 thumbs up, Haven. All right, everybody, I'm going to call it a night here for streaming. I will be posting some more videos here tonight for you guys. A lot of stuff going on here. I'm still sick and my nose is still shitty, which is why I'm ending the stream a little bit earlier. Also, my beard just feels like shit. I washed my beard thoroughly today, but it just too long of hair. Pretty soon it's going to be going on my freaking lips. Hopefully, when I get my beard shaved off, it'll feel a lot nicer. You can see the little guy over here. He's having a good time. Look at him. Oh, he's trying to say, oh, yeah. Oh. You stretching? Yeah, ow, clawing me up. I need to trim off his nails. But anyway, hopefully you guys all have a good night. I know it's not what we're looking for right now as far as Bitcoin's prices. That's okay. Give it some time. You're going to see some crazy things happen with the channel. I'm actually going to go smoke with a friend later on. Be Wednesday or Friday. I'm just waiting for this little sniffle to go away. And then I'm going to get the finals on how I use his music, and so I don't get in trouble with it. And then once that happens, boom, we're basically in business. I also make sure I have all the licensing stuff done, because even though I get his approval, YouTube may try to play some funny stuff, which is not going to be the best, right? And thanks, Wilder. I appreciate you guys. Have a good night and relax. We might be looking at a good little bounce here later on today. But right now,